8:07 right now. We're sitting at 2 degrees. Let's head back to the BT studio with Dave.
And we're here with Dr. Volinder Dhesi. Thank you very much, Aisling. And Dr. Volinder, there's a lot of professional athletes talking about the product you have here today. And tell us exactly what the PPM is.
Well, thanks for having me. The Pure Performance Mouthguard is a device used to align the lower jaw into a comfortable, stable position. And by doing that, essentially unlocking a lot of the athletic potential in both amateur and professional athletes. And basically what we're saying is that it will make you stronger, it will give you better balance, better flexibility, increase your endurance, and we're saying it will do this instantly.
Well, that sounds ridiculous to me. But you're saying this got started helping people with jaw problems.
Yeah. The whole science behind this is based on 40 years of neuromuscular dental research. It's based on the whole idea that the position of the lower jaw can have a tremendous effect on the lower body. A Canadian dentist by the name of Dr. Anil Makar started using the same principles and applied it to the idea that if we made these same similar mouth guards but for sports, what effect it have on the athletes. And they work with athletes from every sport, and not only did they realize it had an effect, it had a tremendous effect on athletes, and especially on professional athletes. When here we thought a lot of these athletes were already at their peak of their performance, but we were showing them just by getting their jaw aligned and using this device that we were actually getting them better results.
Now it is new, and there's still, as you were saying earlier, there's still some double-blind tests that need to happen, and that's still to come. But essentially, what happens?
The whole basis behind it is that by getting the jaw into a stable, rested position, you're freeing up a lot of your brain's energy and having to constantly send signals to your jaw. There's a lot of muscles in this area, and so by getting it stabilized, your brain's energy is now able to focus on other muscles, particularly the core muscles. Because of the core muscles, we see a lot of the benefits with the balance and the flexibility aspect of it. One of the other benefits, though, is that in neuromuscular dentistry, we typically find that the jaw will tend to move down and forward, and what that does with the airway is it opens up the airway a lot. And so by doing that, we see a lot of increase in oxygen flow. And so the other side benefit of it is that a lot of our athletes are telling us that they notice that their recovery is a lot better, and that a lot has to do with the fact that they're getting better oxygen flow. The endurance aspect, a lot of the runners, soccer players, they're finding because they're just getting so much more better oxygen flow, they're getting better endurance, better recovery as well.
And you brought pictures of people you've used and people you've helped out here. And tell us a bit about Rhett.
Rhett, we fit Rhett earlier this year, and Rhett we actually gave him two devices. One was the actual mouth guard, where he'll wear that during his during playing hockey. And again, Rhett's definitely shown that he's felt benefit from it. The other device we gave Rhett was a trainer, and again, I brought examples of both of them. And with the trainer, he'll use that during his workouts. And so the whole idea is that we're trying to give the athletes, they do these both during their play and during their training as well.
So one is different than the other. What's the difference?
So I'll just take this and show this right here. And what this is that this is the actual upper mouth guard. Now, a lot of people who are not in impact sports wouldn't use this. This is primarily for someone like a hockey player, a football player. And again, it's a little bit different than a traditional mouth guard. You can see that it'll actually align the lower jaw. Yeah. And so that's what makes that a little different. And then the other device here is this is another version of the PPM. And what this just fits on the lower teeth, just like so. And again, so what will happen is this would be used by athletes who are not in an impact sport, baseball players, soccer players, runners, but as well as a lot of our athletes who do have these. They get us to make these ones for them as well, because they'll use this during the training, during the weightlifting aspect, or so. That's the difference between the two, but they both essentially do the same thing in terms of aligning the jaw.
Now we have a lot of other people that you've helped or that have used the device, but you say you have that, like, for example, Tyrell Owens has been a huge supporter.
Yeah, I flew down to LA with a group of dentists and some of my colleagues from Michigan. We were all together. That same thing, Tyrell Owens was fit with a mouth guard. And again, at first, a lot of these athletes are skeptical of what's going to happen, but Tyrell Owens has been emphatic, and just recently in a Fox News report during training camp, they're saying that even his teammates are saying that he's running faster, jumping higher. I mean, these guys are saying it's because a lot of it to do with this.
Okay, so let's stand up. You wanted to show me something here. You're saying that this is a test that you're doing on athletes that gives them an idea of what it can do.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is because of the skepticism, we have usually we approach our athletes, give us 30 seconds. Let me just show you what I think it can do. So one of the tests I do is I just get you to put your feet together right there.
Yeah.
And I get you just to bring your fist. Now, I'm going to push down. I need you to resist and push up on me, okay?
All right.
Most likely, you're just going to end up coming forward. But I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I'll try one more time just because now you know what to expect, okay?
Right.
So,
okay,
fair enough?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, and again, we're using a pen, not that everyone's going to say, oh, I want to buy 20 of these pens or anything like that, but I'm just stabilizing the lower jaw. It's a crude version of doing this. Obviously, the results will be better with this, but just to give you an idea, I'm just going to, okay, right there.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go, and I'm pushing pretty hard.
Can you see that?
Like, I mean, what I was doing
that was kind of ridiculous, though.
And again, it's the core muscles that's literally activate. And I'm finding when we would do this test on 300-pound football players,
good.
I would knock them over. But when they do this, I'm literally getting my feet out of the air and hanging on them.
Really?
So, yeah, it's an incredible tool. So
Now, Jennifer, come on in here just for a sec. Jennifer, we can stand for the end of this here. Jennifer, you're a runner, and you say that this has made a difference for you.
Yes.
And how has it helped a runner?
It has helped with my posture and my speed when I run is a little faster.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? If people want to find out more information, and like we say, this is new. It's around $800, $900 for the amateur, and then for
professional athletes, it goes about $1,500 to $1,600.
And the website, if you want more information, ppmcalgary.com is where you can find all the info on there. Jennifer, thanks very much for coming. Doctors, well, that was very interesting. Thank you, and well done.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
We are going to go for a break. We'll be right back.